Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to help you guys with daily work 1 today. So let's go ahead and start on that. Okay, so once you log on to GoFormative, just go ahead and log on with your Google information and go ahead and click on Lesson 1 Daily Work. Now, when you get on Lesson 1 Daily Work, all right, I'm going to go ahead and help you on a few problems. Okay, discrete or continuous. Basically, all you got to look on the graph, is there a line with no breaks in it? So there's no holes in this line. If there's not, okay, it's continuous. So number 1 right here would just be continuous. Now, looking at 2 and 3, they want to know the verbal information. Okay, so again, when I'm looking at this graph, I'm looking for domain and range. I have to think direction. So if I'm looking for the domain, I'm looking at which way the graph is traveling in the left direction. I'm looking at the graph traveling in the right direction. So I notice that this graph is traveling, yes, it's traveling left and it's traveling right with arrows. So I know my domain for verbal would be all real numbers. Okay, same idea with the range. Now I'm going from low point to high point. Well, I noticed that my lowest point right here is -4 and that my arrows go in the up direction. So I know that's going to infinity. So the way we're going to write that, we're going to say all real numbers greater than or equal to, and then that number, which is -4. So what we're saying is that the y's can be everything from -4 to positive infinity. Next thing, okay, inequality notation. Again, inequality notation is you're going to use your symbols like greater than, less than, greater than, or equal to, less than, or equal to, and you also can use the Latin R, and which is all real numbers, or in this case, we're just going to use capital R just to represent that. Okay, I know that also represents the range, but just for purposes on typing it in. So if you look at number 4 here, inequality. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to number 2, and how do I represent domain with inequality? Well, if I go look at my example 1 on my notes, it shows me, okay, that you would put that Latin R. Okay, again, we're just going to have to put capital R here. Again, going to my range, I know my range is all real numbers greater than or equal to -4. So now I actually have to represent, well, what's my variable? Well, I know my variable is y. Okay, since it's all real numbers greater than or equal to -4, I know it just has to be a greater than symbol. Okay, so I'll go down to greater than, equal to, type in -4. That's my answer. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the next two. Okay, 6 and 7. Again, this is all from example 1 off of my notes. So if I follow along on example 1, you should be able to get a lot of this stuff done. Now, again, we're still doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to do my domain. I'm still using it off the examples I did a while ago. So now we're having to put it into interval. Well, I know that interval, all real numbers, is -infinity to positive infinity. Okay, I'm going to write -infinity, comma, positive infinity. That's my answer. Okay, on my range right here, again, since it's an interval notation, I'm going to, basically, it's kind of like an ordered pair in a sense. Okay, but I'm going to go bracket -4, comma, well, since it's going up, we're going to use positive infinity. Now, infinities always have parentheses. Okay, so you got to make sure when you're using the infinities, you're going to use a parentheses there, not a bracket. Now, there are some other questions on here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys finish the rest of them on your own. Again, they're very similar to the notes. Okay, number 2 is just like example 3. Okay, and then if you flip it over, number 4 is also like example 3, just with real world data. Okay, and then number 13, 14, 15, and 16 here, number 5 and number 6, that is going to be example 4 on the back side of your notes, or the second page of your notes. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that, and you should be good to go, at least getting through part of the problems. Okay, hope you guys have a great day.